Kim Kardashian is living through what might be the worst year of her career and personal brand. Everything she wanted, everything she worked for, seems to have been snatched right out of her hands. And the shocking part is that the people who seem to have outplayed her are none other than Jeff Bezos and his wife Lauren Sanchez. To make matters even more dramatic, actress Sydney Sweeney has been pulled into the mix too, creating a storm of betrayal, lost opportunities, and power moves that have left Kim looking weaker than ever. For years, Kim Kardashian made it clear that she wanted to be seen as more than just a reality star or businesswoman. She dreamed of Hollywood legitimacy. She wanted to act. She wanted to star in big projects. And above all, she wanted to be a Bond girl. Kim has been repeating this dream for over a decade. Back in 2011, she told interviewers that she could see herself in the glamorous role. She said it again in recent years, and even during an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians when she was dating Pete Davidson, she expressed her desire to join the James Bond franchise. To her, being a Bond girl was proof that she had finally crossed over from reality TV into the world of respected Hollywood stars. But while Kim was dreaming and working toward that goal, Jeff Bezos was making silent moves in the background. In 2021, Bezos spent a massive $8 billion to buy MGM Studios, the company that owns the rights to the James Bond franchise. At the time, Kim was trying to get more involved in acting. She even made appearances in shows like American Horror Story, building momentum for her new career. But behind the scenes, something very different was happening. Bezos wasn't planning to hand opportunities to Kim. Instead, it seems he was listening, watching, and maybe even taking notes from Kim and Kris Jenner about their ambitions and business strategies. And then he turned around and handed everything to Lauren Sanchez. This is where things start to feel personal. Lauren Sanchez went from being Bezos's fiancée to his wife, and in the process, she became his muse. Reports claim that Jeff is absolutely obsessed with casting Lauren as the next Bond girl. Sources say it's not a request, not a suggestion, but a demand. When you spend billions of dollars, you call the shots, and Jeff Bezos wants Lauren in that role. So the dream that Kim Kardashian chased for years was given to someone else, someone who used to be her friend. Yes, that's right. Kim, Jeff, and Lauren were once close. Kim collaborated with them, supported their ventures, and even tried to secure deals with Bezos that would elevate her empire. She cozied up to Jeff and, by extension, Lauren, hoping to pull herself into bigger rooms and bigger deals. But now it looks like all of those ideas and ambitions were siphoned away. The story doesn't stop at James Bond. Kim also launched a private equity firm called Sky Partners. That kind of move takes billions of dollars, and everyone wondered how Kim was going to pull it off. Many insiders believed she was expecting Jeff Bezos to invest heavily. After all, she had been circling his orbit, pitching her plans, and Kris Jenner was surely presenting all the numbers. It seemed like Bezos was interested. He gave them the impression he was on board. But in the end, that money never came. Instead, Bezos took those billions and gave them to Sydney Sweeney and her partners. Sydney launched a lingerie line that looked suspiciously like a rival to Skims, Kim's billion-dollar shapewear brand. People close to the situation whispered that Bezos was originally hyped about Skims, but at the last minute, he flipped and handed the money to Sydney's project instead. That was another slap in Kim's face. She wanted global expansion for Skims. She wanted more investment, and she thought Bezos would be the one to make it happen. Instead, he took the Kardashian playbook and used it with someone else. The timing of it all is too strange to ignore. Kim's acting ambitions line up with Bezos buying MGM. Kim's push for her private equity firm lines up with Bezos investing in other ventures. It almost feels like he listened to every idea, every plan, every dream, and then redirected the resources elsewhere. Some even believe that Jeff Bezos pulled a Kardashian on the Kardashians, meaning he studied their blueprint, learned their strategy, and then outplayed them at their own game. and that has left Kim looking isolated. Remember the confidence she had right after divorcing Kanye West? She talked about being in bigger rooms, working with billionaires, and stepping into a new phase of her life. But now that energy is gone. The real money she thought she had access to has vanished. Bezos didn't back her businesses, he didn't fund her equity firm, and he didn't put her in the Bond franchise. Instead, Lauren Sanchez is stepping into the spotlight, and Sydney Sweeney is cashing in on the opportunities Kim thought were hers. The betrayal stings even more because Kim and Kris Jenner reportedly gave Bezos their ideas directly. Kim cozied up to him socially. Kris likely pitched business strategies, and both of them thought they had secured a powerful ally. But instead of partnership, they watched as Bezos and Lauren built their own empire with those same ideas. To many, it looks like Kim was used. She was the connection, the one presenting the glamorous plans, and Bezos took what he needed and walked away, and don't forget the personal tension. If Kim was cozying up to Bezos, how did Lauren really feel about that? People already whisper that the Kardashians are not respectful of relationships, that they will flirt and play games if it gets them ahead. If Lauren sensed Kim getting too close to Jeff, that could explain why doors started closing. Lauren now has Jeff's ear, his loyalty, and his empire. And she made sure that her dreams came first, not Kim's. This power shift is devastating for Kim Kardashian's brand. Her entire strategy has been about elevating herself beyond reality TV. She wanted to be an actress, a business mogul, a power player in equity and investments. But with Bezos turning away from her, those dreams have stalled. Her private equity firm is struggling without the billions it needs. Her acting career is not hitting the heights she wanted. And the role she's always wanted, the Bond girl, is going to someone else entirely. Meanwhile, Lauren Sanchez is living the life Kim thought she was building for herself. She married into billions. She has the backing of Jeff Bezos, and she's about to star in one of the most iconic franchises of all time. Sydney Sweeney, too, is rising fast with Bezos' support, building businesses that rival Kardashian products. Everywhere Kim turns, she's seeing her plans succeed, but for someone else. Now people are asking, did Kim overplay her hand? Did she put too much faith in Bezos, thinking he would fund her empire? Or did Bezos intentionally keep her close just long enough to learn her strategies and then cut her out? Either way, Kim Kardashian is losing. And it's not just about money, it's about influence. It's about prestige. It's about the image she carefully crafted of being the woman who always wins. For the first time in years, Kim doesn't look like she's on top. She looks like she's scrambling. Her cocky energy has been replaced with silence. The big moves she promised aren't happening. And the women she thought she could outshine, Lauren Sanchez and Sydney Sweeney, are the ones taking her spotlight. Kim Kardashian may be realizing that she's not the only one who knows how to play the game. Jeff Bezos might have out-Kardashianed the Kardashians. And if that's true, then Kim is in serious trouble, because she's not used to losing. This could be the beginning of a brand collapse that no amount of PR spin can fix. Now let's get into the part everyone wants to know. What is Kim Kardashian going to do about this? Because if we know one thing about Kim, it's that she never stays down for long. When people count her out, she usually finds a way to rebrand, repackage, and come back with something bigger. So the real question is, how will Kim fight back after being outsmarted by Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez? 1. Scenario that insiders whisper about is Kim trying to reinsert herself into Hollywood through a different franchise. If the James Bond role is truly gone, Kim could be eyeing other big-budget projects where she can still prove she belongs on the big screen. Think Marvel, DC, or even a Netflix mega-series. Kim has the connections, and with her team behind her, she might pitch herself as a futuristic villain, a glamorous queen, or some character that lets her bring her fashion and fame into Hollywood. That way, even if she's not a Bond girl, she can still carve out a lane that feels just as iconic. Another possible move is revenge through business. Kim has Skims, and while it's already successful, she could decide to double down and turn it into a global empire that overshadows whatever Sydney Sweeney is building. Imagine Kim announcing new luxury collections, stores in every major fashion capital, and celebrity collaborations that grab headlines. If Bezos wants to back Sydney, Kim could clap back by making Skims so unavoidable that Sydney's brand fades into the background. In true Kardashian style, Kim might even start throwing subtle shade, dropping ad campaigns that highlight her as the original trendsetter while framing others as copycats. But here's where it gets even more dramatic. What if Kim decides to fight fire with fire by cozying up to a billionaire of her own? We've seen it before. Kim has been linked to powerful men, and she knows that sometimes alliances are everything. If Bezos is with Lauren, what's stopping Kim from aligning herself with another tech mogul, media giant, or even a rival billionaire who wouldn't mind going head-to-head with Jeff? Imagine the headlines if